I received an email recently, and it's all off of what I talked about the 15-minute cities, which indeed is very real. It's not conspiracy. It's actually going on right now in every council all over the UK. Yes, every single council. Okay, this email is from a guy called Tony, and he reached out to me because he is so keen to fully understand the depths of where this goes to. Okay, so this is basically a shout out to anyone who's serious about doing some research on this. I do as much as I can with the time constraints which is coming down the road. It's just insane the amount of emails I get and messages and texts and comments. It's just so much for just one guy to do. So we're going to get straight into Tony's email, and I'm going to read it out to you now, okay? Right. Hi, Funky. I hope you are well. I'm just sending a quick email. Quick email. That's quite cool. In regards to the 15-minute cities and 20-minute neighbourhoods topic. I am in the process of watching your live streams on catch up in regards to this. I haven't finished yet, but I'm very much enjoying your content. That's cool. Thanks, dude. My reason for my email is that I'm currently undertaking a massive research project into these new schemes for cities and towns. I am going through and taking notes on each council, going through various policies and documents. It's a very deep dive at individual neighbourhood plans level. I currently have partially completed the first 4 councils on my list, in brackets I'm going through A to Z. Okay, I'm currently around 70 hours already, as each policy document is generally around 150 to 400 pages long. And I just keep finding more documents with each one I do. I read this out on my live stream recently. There are 320 councils on my list, 321 if you count the City of London. The agenda goes much further than just transport policies. It involves sustainable development. Yes, we've talked about sustainable development with regards to the United Nations on previous videos that I've done about all sorts of stuff, and it all comes full circle. They're using the climate and the environment to literally just run this down the road. And it's exactly what's happening, okay? Sustainable economy, community energy schemes, environment and social health. As a baseline, I recommend local development plans / schemes and local transport plans / schemes, as these give a general outline. District councils may not have a direct transport plan, so these can normally be found as an overreaching document in the county council which oversees them. This is not just limited to cities and larger towns, but so far I have seen every council taking this on board, including smaller rural councils such as Cornwall Council. Each council is basing their policies on government policies such as the decarbonising transport policy. Very interesting. The National Planning Policy Framework, the National Infrastructure Policy, and the Levelling Up White Paper. Now, we've danced a little bit around the Levelling Up company, okay? That is worth a deep dive for sure. The Levelling Up, yes. Really look into that, guys, if you're new to this. It will bring you up to speed a lot faster than you will get in the mainstream media. There are probably more government policies, but I haven't got as far as researching / reading through the documents yet. The more I read into, the more authoritarian it becomes. Ain't that the truth? Let me go on. As there are so many links, including indoctrination for children and various climate-relating activities, which I read recently in a climate assembly for Adur Council, spelled A-D-U-R, Adur Council. I'm happy to share my notes with you in the future if you are interested, in brackets, as I have to type them up, or I'm happy to have a chat. I will have to do council by the look of it, as there is just so much information. I'm looking to upload everything myself onto my own website and possibly YouTube channel in the future, as there are many other government stroke NHS data sharing policies that I have uncovered in my travels. At my current rate, it's going to take at least a year, if not 2 years. Whoa, that's serious, guys. That's someone who's willing to dedicate a lot of their time into really finding out the nitty gritty behind all of the stuff which is going on with these new 15-minute city proposals. Okay? But I'd rather get what information I can out now so that people can question this with the councils before it goes too far. Absolutely right. And I always recommend go straight to your council, email them, freedom of information request, everything you can to find out exactly what is going on, because at the end of the day it's going to affect you, because it's your council who are literally running things, and we need to take responsibility for ourselves now. Okay, you're wasting your time going straight to government. You need to go to local government. That is absolutely imperative from what I'm understanding. Okay, please let me know your thoughts, etc, etc, etc. Now, I replied to that guy Tony, and he replied again. So he replies, "Hi Darren, no worries, I'm glad to be of help. I've been researching on my own for the past 2 years, and it's good to have somewhere to share it." Absolutely. Any of you guys that want me to share stuff, if you think it's relative, send me an email. The email address is below this video. Okay, very important. Just send it to me, and yes, it is absolutely encrypted. It's secure. You've got no worries. And if you wish to remain anonymous, that's absolutely fine too. Okay. I agree. I found that there is so much going on at all angles and not enough time to be able to look into all of it. I absolutely concur. I started heavily researching back in 2008, and it's impossible for one person to research everything that's going on. So this made me think about an idea which I had a long time ago, but I didn't really talk about it online. And that is, if we can encourage people watching this video and other videos that I do, if they've got spare time, if they are retired, if you do voluntary work or whatever it is, but you've got enough time on your hands, you've got an internet connection, or you've got access to a lot of really good quality books, we need to get people to investigate and research certain topics. Okay, so this particular instance is 15-minute cities, but that alone can be broken down and subcategorized with elements within the 15-minute city makeup. You might have someone researching just technology, so you're looking at cameras, 5G, ANPR to do a 15-minute cities. That's one guy's research project. The other one is looking at the council documents of what the plans are, and another one, you could be looking at all of the people behind all of this is what's going on, and look into what they're getting up to, what they're members of, who is funding them, who is investing in certain things. So you see what I'm saying? You can subcategorize all of these research topics just in 15-minute cities alone. So this guy's trying to do all of it. So it's going to be difficult, and yes, 2 years is a very long time to literally deep dive into that. And we absolutely know the level of stuff that's coming out there. There's distractions everywhere. So to remain focused, straight down the line, blinkers on, just 15-minute cities, that's going to be very difficult to do. And I absolutely applaud Tony for doing this. And no doubt there are others, even some of you watching right now, are doing similar things. Like I said, please send me an email and let me know what you're up to. And together we can see if we can do something about this absolute nightmare scenario, which is slowly unfolding as we speak. Okay. So I'm happy to share my email on tonight's live stream, but like I said, when I've done the live stream on Friday, there is so much to present and so much going on, I just didn't have time. And as promised, here is the video which I said on the live stream, which I'm doing right now, because this deserves its own video, because we really need to reach out to people who are researching, freelance true journalists too, exactly. And let me just continue. Sorry, I just had a call I had to just get rid of. It's crazy. A list to encourage others to research, share would be a good idea. People need to look into the sustainable agricultural policy, as well as others, checking out the gov.uk website daily on news, guidance and regulation, and the policy and governance page would be a good place to start as well. I check daily, but I never have enough time to do deeper research into it. Bills in for Commons / Lords is another bit of research that would be very helpful as well, as they sneak a lot in through there. And that's absolutely true, as I've found out through my own research in the past. It really is crazy. Listen to this. I'm going to put a link below this video. We've only got a few days if you want to get involved in this. So hopefully someone will, and it will literally give us guys a heads up to the inside of this organisation. There is a webinar this week for the immigration and asylum providers on the 8th and the 9th, which is day after tomorrow, I believe, and a few days' time. Looks interesting, but I'm not sure whether any of us can get into it. I'm tempted to try now, and he's giving me the link, which I'm saying the webinar link, that government webinar link, I'm going to put underneath this video. So if you can, click onto that and see if you can get in there on the webinar. It'd be really, really good. And if you can, record that webinar too. It'd be really, really good. And he goes on to say other things as well. So that is it for today's brief video, all about encouraging people to do their research, and we need to look into this 15-minute city. So thanks very much for Tony for emailing in, and yes, absolutely, I felt it was important to make a video just on this. So any questions related to this topic, the email address is below this video. Thank you very much for your time. Thanks for watching, and stay funky.